Hey guys, today I'm gonna make a diagram from the optics. This is the program from J Advanced 2022, and this is the diagram I'm gonna draw. Yesterday I created this program for the Instagram, I think. So I thought let's make a tutorial about this diagram, and from now on I will be creating tutorials for the full diagram according to a particular question or some books or other things. So let's see how you can make this particular diagram. So let's open this. So yeah, in the previous tutorial I made this kind of nested loop thing. So in this tutorial I'm gonna use one more package which is called Tikz plot. So let's use that package. It's called Tikz plot. Tikz plot, you can find documentation. I have already like downloaded the documentation. Actually I'm using this for a while now. So this is the documentation for Tikz plot. It's basically a subset of the Tikz. It's made on top of Tikz, so you can write the same program faster. It's a basically syntactic sugar based on the Tikz. So let's see some basic. As you can see, if we use Tikz, then we have to like write these dash thing for the line and so on. And if you write a digit, let's give some example for that. So so like draw a line. So as you can see, it's a line basically. Color is red because I have put it like global color red, so that's why it's red. So let's see TZ line. It does exactly the same thing, but with less lines of code. You don't have to put semicolon and also the dash thing, and it will draw exactly the same line. So as you can see, exactly the same line. So it just fastens the process of making diagram. So that's why I'm going to use this package called tgplot. You can install and use according to the documentation, and you can find documentation on the Google, or you already know on the Tikz website, and it's pretty well documented. Like almost every command has some examples here. So yeah, let's get started. So we have to make where it goes. Yes. So this is the diagram we are gonna make. So for reference, I'm gonna put this on this page. As you can see, let's first analyze what's in this diagram. So firstly, you can see there is a line, straight line, pretty I think the longest line, and then after we have some like a lens, convex lens, and we can use this as a like ellipse. We can make ellipse, so it will be like visual like a lens. And then after a line which is an object, I think, and placed at an angle 2 pi upon 3 and at a distance of 40 upon 3. And in the right side, it's an image of this object which it at an angle of alpha and some elongation as well. And height of the image given 30 root 3 upon 13. So let's get started. So firstly we have to make a line. So tz line, like let's use basic Tikz. Draw like minus 5 comma 0 to, let's go for 7 comma 0. It's should be long enough. And then after let's make an ellipse at the origin. So draw origin will be the center for the lens, and ellipse. And for that you can define two radius. First one will be along the y, then x, or you can manipulate like first I think x then y. So I think 0.5 centimeter will be enough, and I think 3 centimeter. So let's run it first. So yeah, as you can see it's an ellipse, but I think a little bit thicker, so I can change to 0.35. Yeah, it's perfect. And let's make thick. So I like put it the style thing below the line in the square bracket, so it will make a whole diagram thick. So yeah, and let's make it -6. I think will be better. Yeah, -6. And now make some object and image. So object is at angle of 2 pi upon 3, and image at the angle of like random alpha. We will make at 60 degree, then just indicate the alpha. So firstly make this object. So for that object let's draw -5 comma 0, and then I'm gonna use here the relative coordinate. As you can see, relative coordinate, just we have to add plus symbol for that. So we are gonna make line from -5 comma 0 to like that at an angle of 120 degree of length 1 unit or 2 unit. So for that I will put angle and then dimension, so 1 unit. And this is the object, so we're gonna put ultra thick. So yeah, as you can see it's an object of 1 unit length and at an angle of 120 degree. So it's a relative coordinate. And for I think let's make something special. Name this coordinate, I think that will be better. So for that, coordinate, and we're gonna say image, what are we gonna say, let's say A, so capital A. And now make the like angle thing. So for this I'm gonna use tz angle mark. Tz angle mark is a command inside the tz plot, and basically it's an arc with a node. So tz angle mark, for that we're gonna define 3 coordinate, like coordinate 1 2 3. So this will make this kind of angle. So let's put origin at the first point, and then after this point, which is -5 comma 0. So -5 comma 0, and then we just define the coordinate which is capital A. So let's put A, and then in the node we can just use 2 pi by 3. So dfrac 2 pi upon 3. And in the optional thing here we can put right R for R stands for right. So it will make firstly an arc, then put the node, and node will be on the right side. I think something is wrong. Defrag, where is wrong? Undefined sequence. I don't know where it is wrong. Let's delete firstly. Yeah, as you can see, it made an angle, but I think something went wrong. I don't know. Defrag. I made something silly mistake. So I made an angle, but let's run it first. Here's the problem, man. Oh, sorry. It's right, but defrag is, I think, you can use frag basically. Defrag is a MS Math tool, I think, or I don't remember exactly. As you can see, if you use frag, it's a smaller fraction, but when you use defrag, it's a larger, like a normal fraction. So for that, you can use AMS Math tool, AMS Math, and then after you can use defrag. So yeah, as you can see, this is the fraction, but normal sized. So for angle, I think frag is the better thing to use, and as you can see, it's in a special package called AMS Math, and inside AMS Math, defrag is defined. So it's an angle, it should be smaller, that's why I'm gonna use simply frag. So as you can see, it's an angle, and for the image, we're gonna do the same exactly. Just be gonna copy this thing, and for this time I'm gonna do 6,0, and this time image will be like that. So with respect to x-axis, it's gonna add -120. So that's why again it's relative coordinate -120, and image is larger, that's why I'm gonna make 2 unit, and we're gonna put coordinate called b. So this part of the code is doing just draw a line, and where it ends, just name this coordinate point to b exactly. So let's run it first, and as you can see, it's a line exactly at -120 degree and of unit 2, and this point of coordinate b, and let's make this angle as well. So angle, this time I'm gonna use like origin 6,0 and then b. So origin 6,0 and b, and again this angle will be like in the opposite side, so just we call it alpha. And right is not the thing, you can put left, but by default TJ plot has some like decent default values. So as you can see, angle alpha is represented and arc is drawn properly. One more thing I'm going to do, as you can see, line is like rect capped, like sharp edges. So I'm going to do some rounding thing. For that, you have to just put cap is equals to round, and it will just cap the line at the end. So as you can see, now the line is rounded, perfectly rounded. It depends on you, like as you can see, we rounded things and we got like overflowed here, but it doesn't matter, like looks cool I think. And now the thing is we have to represent dimension. For that we gonna also use the TZ plot. For TZ plot, like TZ line, and for line we are gonna just use some symbolic representation. So vertical lines means like just draw a line, and angle means like put a arrow like a steel or latex, and dash means line, and then again arrow means at the end of the line put a like arrow thing, and then line, that means again a vertical line. So let's draw. So we are gonna make a line between this point to the origin, and this point is -6,0, so -6,0, and then origin, and we're gonna put some node is like 40 upon 3, so 40 upon 3. Again we're gonna like use frac is smaller, and again we use like below the line representation, so and also the midway, so that's why we're gonna midway and below, but you can use shortcut MB, midway below. So as you can see, sorry, one mistake here. I think the object is at minus 5 comma 0, so minus 5 comma 0. And one more thing I have to do, I have to shift this line little downward. For that, a shortcut command I think has x. I do not have to shift in the x direction, so 0, and in the y direction I have to shift the minus 0.5. And as you can see, we put it the shifting coordinate inside the angle bracket, so it's especially inside the tz plot, not it will not work in the like basic Tikz. So we are using this only for the tz plot command. So angle, like it works in every command. After the command definition, we can just put this thing, and it will shift that a special diagram downward, right, left, depending on the coordinate you put. So it will just shift the line below of the unit 0.5. So as you can see, it shifted the line 0.5 unit. And again I have to repeat the same thing for the right side. I'm just right tz line angle thing, and this time we are gonna make this like let's see here. Yeah, we are gonna draw this part, so from coordinate B to downward, and again here we have to use the relative coordinate. So again I'm gonna use coordinate B, and for relative coordinate, like tz line has some different like kind of syntax, some differ from the original Tikz version. So as you can see, tz line plus, that means key it will draw a relative line, or you can say it will draw a line using relative coordinate. So we are going to draw a line thing with the arrow and all that, starting from coordinate B, and from here we are gonna move upward. And how we gonna calculate like how much upward we want? So for that we can use trigonometry. So this is of length 2 unit, so we want x direction 0 and y direction like that. So 2 into this will be, I think, the sine. As you can see, hypotenuse, cos and sine. So this will be of sine. It's 60 degree, that's why we're going to use 60 degree. As you can see, you have to pay attention here. Sine is a function and it's a mathematical function. That's why we have to use like input inside the curly braces, not the small bracket or a square bracket. You have to specifically use the curly braces. So let's see, and we also want to put node. So for node we're going to use frac what it's in the fraction, I think 30 root 3 upon 13. So 30 square root of 3 and 13, and we're going to use like midway left, so midway and left. So yeah, as you can see, it drawn perfectly, but I have to shift this line towards left. So for that, again we're gonna use the shifting command again. This time I have to shift along the x, so minus 0.5 will shift towards negative, and for the y coordinate we can put 0, so it will not shift along the y-axis. So yeah, it's perfect. As you can see, image and the height of the image, object, angle represented perfectly, and the distance, also the length. This distance is not given in the question, so we're gonna not represent. So yeah, it's completely drawn. And one more thing I think you can do, you can fill this ellipse with some kind of color so that it will hide the principal axis. So for that you can use fill, like fill is equals to like what, so red but little like lighter side, so 95 or 9, chalo 95 will be good. So yeah, it's filled length. I think 95 is too much. 75, let's see what happens at 75. 75 is too much. It depends on you what you want, like maybe let's say 45, or you can mix with other color as well. Yeah, I think it's great, but you can mix with like black or something. So that's it. This is how you can make a full diagram inside the Tikz, or you can use Tikz plot, like depending on how you are like making efficient. So yeah, thank you, see you in the next one.